Sheep, sheep, sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Come on, sheep. Go in the barn. Let's see if they're coming.
Yeah, let's see if they come. Here, sheep, sheep, sheep. Come back, Charlotte. Come back. Come back.
Here they go.
Come back.
Here they go.
Come
Here
back.
they go. Here they go.
Wow, look at that. Say here, sheep, sheep, sheep. They're too loud.
Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the farm. What do we got going on today? Well, I already had the big tractor out and leveled off a bunch of ruts in the yard when we built the barn. The big melt was on, and the yard just turned into gross yuck mess, ruts, mud as deep as your knees. And we've got that grader on the back, and so I was out this morning. Now that the wind has been picking up and it's been drying up over the last couple of days, just got that grader out there, leveled off all those ruts. The yard is actually looking pretty sweet. But the one thing I did do is I took the bale forks off and I put the grapple on there because I wanted to bucket so I could do some backblading and move a little bit of gravel in front of the house. And now I have some 5 foot, I think they're about 5, maybe no, they're 7 foot, sorry, 7 foot panels, mesh panels that I want to put in the barn to build some lambing jugs. And I don't really feel like taking the grapple off and putting the bale forks back on. So last year at the Weaver auction, I did actually get these, where are they at? They're right there. These pallet forks that basically just clamp on to the edge of the bucket. And you know, they're only rated for 1,500 pounds. They're not super heavy duty or anything like that. But for a quick job like this, you know, it's gonna be quicker for me to just throw them on there than it would be to take the grapple off and put the bale forks back on. So I think I'm gonna put these on right now, get some panels moved, and then we're gonna go in the barn. So I got the clamp on forks on. It takes all of about 10 seconds each to basically screw that down. Like I said, they're not super heavy duty, but the work I gotta do isn't super heavy duty either. Move like 15 panels. Well, it doesn't weigh a ton, but if I had to take 15 trips from where the panels are to where the barn is, you can see where I'm going with this, right? Wouldn't be a good use of my time. So let's see how they make out. So I got the forks on here now. You can see a grapple wide open. They're up front. And the panels are way over there on the other side of the barn. Not super far to the barn, like I said. Not an incredibly physical task I have to perform here, but it'll be more of an endurance race, right? So I don't particularly feel like packing all these panels one by one over and into the barn. So I got my panels on my way to the barn. I'm just looking at that grapple way over there thinking, I'll try to go through the door like this. I'm going to be making a bigger door, so let's go ahead and close that up. So now we're in the barn here. It's a little bit windy in the barn, but because I got the doors wide open, let the breeze blow through and help the floor dry up when the big melt happened. Even though there was a nice clay and gravel pad here, things still got sloppy on the pad. So let this dry up, and then I'm gonna put these, make some pens, and then afterwards, we're gonna actually in the spring when the road bands come off, we're gonna bring sand in here for the floor. Can't do that right now because the road's 75% road band. Can't really haul much more than 5 or 6 yards of sand, which, you know, that's not very efficient when you're paying for trucking, right? So here we are, got the pens all set up. Pretty stoked about this. These 7 foot panels are so close, so close. I got a couple foot gaps, so I got to actually overlap with a second panel to make space. So the theory here is they'll come in the 4 foot door from outside, and we'll have this 20 feet by 36 foot, kind of a holding pen. They can come in from here, and then we could direct down that way into the pens, down that way into the pens, or we could open up the double gates and they could have this much larger area here, which is about 35 by 35. So pretty slick, I think. but that's yet to be determined by the animals. And as you can hear over on that end, there's some tin rattling in behind the trim around the door. So the first minute it's not windy, I'm gonna be in here with some spray foam and seal that up. And I said the first minute it's not windy. I mean, that could be 10 years from now. It's always perpetually windy here, but come out first thing in the morning or something, it's nice and calm. I'm gonna get a bead of spray foam in there and hopefully solve that annoying rattle.
Here, sheep, 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 sheep. Here, sheep, 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 sheep. Come on, sheepy sheeps. Come check out the barn. Come on, sheepy sheeps. Here, sheep, 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 sheep. Here, sheep, 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 sheep. Here, sheep, 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 sheep.
Of course, you're gonna come to the corner of the fence here. That's when you have to realize the gate's open right there.
Here, sheep, 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 sheep. Come on, sheepy sheeps. Come check out the barn. Come on in, sheepy sheeps.
And that's half of them, the other half hung up behind the fence. Not very smart. Stubborn, but not smart. Seems I was successful at getting them in the barn, but not successful at keeping them in the barn. So, bucket of grain, that's always a solution, bucket of grain. So I'm gonna lay down a strip here and go over and entice them. See if we can get them to stay in here.
Here, sheep, sheep, sheep.
Come on in. Holy man, there's treats to be had. Come on in, ladies. You get bowled over here. Holy man, there you go. Get to the treats. Good job. Treats for everyone. Treats for everyone. Look, there's more over here. Come on. Come on, Olga. Oh, everybody wants those treats. Nobody wants these treats. I could have got half as much grain. Would have saved some money. Joke about that, of course. I do want to give them the grain. They'll eventually find that line and they can look that up. But in these days upcoming to lambing here, we're due. The first one should be due right around April 15th, so not long now. So we want to give them a little bit higher quality feed, and that should help bring the milk in, help make the lambing process that much more easier, I guess. You know, so. But really, for now, all I really want to accomplish is just get them used to coming in the barn. And not think this is like a kill floor or something like that. They can understand this is kind of a safe space. So we'll bring them in here every day now at night, and just get them, give them a grain treat or something like that. They come in and they realize that this is a place of joy. Well, I think everybody's settled for the night, so it's probably time for me to go in, fetch up some supper, probably a cup of tea. So I'll let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.